Oh man, look at this. Look at that. The landscape rake is doing its job. It's bent a little bit because I ran into something a few months ago, but I have it in angle mode, which is kind of a float mode, and it just rakes real nice. Only half the width of it, and it's in this configuration. And the dirt tumbles through the tines, but the rocks will tumble all the way out and just leave a strip. And what you do is just keep pulling the strips over. But look at this. I got about half of the yard done. A lot of the rocks are the big rocks are coming out. This looks really nice and flat. There's a small undulation in here. It's so faint, it's hard to even notice. That'll probably come out with the hand rake when I go to rock rake. At this angle, you can't really even see it. That just looks like cake batter. A whole bunch of little rocks in there. I'll show you. The rocks that are the size of this slot or smaller, about an inch, that don't go through here, or that will come through here. That's what's left in the dirt here, and that's where the rock rake will come in. But all the big stuff it's pulling out. There's the big stuff. So a lot of the little stuff there. I mean, technically, I guess you can plant grass on that. I couldn't. That's just too many rocks. I could cheat and just sprinkle topsoil over top of it. But boy, this is nice, soft. I'm really happy with this part of the grade. A little nervous about what's going to happen over here. It's getting late. I might knock off for the day. I did a lot of work. Been at this for 10 hours. Yeah, I'm happy with this so far. A little dished. It's so minute. This is where those two big cedars were. I graded this down this morning because it just seemed to be a knob in here, kind of a crown that I couldn't get out. And so I just really, when I had the box plate on the machine earlier, I took the box plate off about 2-3 o'clock and put the rake on. And anyway, I cut it down really deep. And I got into hard pan, what I call hard pan, which is kind of a clay layer, real dense, real hard. It was underneath the roots of this tree. I had the stumps ground out, but you can see cedars have these really stringy, viney roots. So I'm gonna have to chop those off. But there was real dark clay, kind of this light brown stuff in here. So I'm a little concerned about that. But a buddy of mine, John, ham radio friend, loaned me his tiller over there. So I may just till this up and make sure that I don't have a hard pan, a clay layer. I don't want a drainage problem like I had over here. But man, I'll tell you what, I don't know if this camera is depicting this, but a couple of rocks I got missed. I am liking what this thing is putting down. You get in the zone with that machine and it does really well. But it's getting dark and I have to call it quits. So this part is hand rakeable. So I kind of overextended. So if we look over in the existing lawn and look out, so what's going to happen is, let me back up here. The grass line is going to be right here. So I know it curves in here, but it's going to go whoop straight out there. Oh yeah, looking at it here, it's pretty much going to be, let's see, am I in gyro mode? Yes, okay. Just didn't seem straight for some reason. Is it straight? Whoa, hold on a second here. There. Oh yeah. So yeah, this grass line will go right up into there. And this will be chips, so I'm not too worried about pulling some of the rocks off to the side there. This is floating out really nice here. So a little, like I said, a little worried about this center section with all these little straggler roots and a possible hard pan. This is still pretty rough. This is kind of what looks like from the box blade, this kind of stuff. And this is what the landscape rake has to work with. But you could see when you go at an angle, just keep going and going, those rocks tumble out on one side. They just keep making this line and you just keep cutting it more and more, and the line gets bigger and bigger until you either scurry it off to one side, or you just stop and take the bucket and just scoop it all up and get it out. We make a transition here to the backyard. This is the tower. Yeah, I got the drain field lines here. I'm trying to be sensitive to that, although I don't know if I haven't damaged the drain field by now. I've been driving over it. So there's blue tape on that fence, and this marker here and there. So comes out to here, and then 13 feet from there to here is where the drain field, it kind of comes here. It's a pipe, and it goes down to the distribution box there. But anyway, I want to try to plant in here too. If I get this cleaned up in time, good. If not, that's okay. But that yard there, that's the central part of the project, but we'll see. And all that overburden that I've been scraping out, I've been putting here in the back here. This was kind of all dished down, so I have a lot of work here to do. If I have extra time here between now and September 11th, good, I'll seed it. If not, it'll come at a later time. But I just wanted to give everybody a status report here. So Thursday, Friday, yeah, I'm just really worried about the time here. Because once you get on that rock rake, boy, it just burns the hours up. It takes a long time. And then of course seeding, and I have all the peat mossing to do. There's still a great deal of work here to do to get this seeded. This is the rock rake right here, and you know, it's got kind of funny angle on it, and you just kind of pull up, drag it real light, and kind of you have to finesse it, and you'll finesse the rocks out, and then it has a straight edge on the back side. You can drag that around. So that's fun. You know, we'll get out all the big stuff as best we could. Yeah, doing it one-handed, but it does work. On a rock rake, and pull all the rocks off to one side, and you just shove them up in a wheelbarrow and get rid of them. So that's what awaits me tomorrow or the next day. So I got this center section to do. This is probably a good stopping point. It would be really pushing it to go on tonight. Most of the day I spent moving dirt, because when I was running that box blade, I was taking out a lot of dirt. Let me move this camera. Yeah, I shaved 7.5 inches off here where my footsteps were. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but 7 inches over this big of an area really produced a lot of soil, a lot of earth. And I just kept pulling it out here. Problem is I got this pile in the way. I bought this. This is an extra pile of 10 yards of topsoil I wanted to have on hand just to put over here in case I needed some. Turns out I really didn't need some. I had too much soil, but it's really nice stuff. I'd like to get a thin coat on here to mix it in with this dirt before I put the peat moss and seed. But this soil here looks like it's going to take grass seed really well. So this is much better soil than was out there. So somebody had some topsoil brought in here, probably over there. That big mound of 7 inches of topsoil that I shaved off, or dirt that I shaved off, happened to be topsoil. But it's not real thick, especially here, because like I said, I got into the hard pan, which is this light brown, and then there's some gray clay right in this section. So I want to pull these roots out and give this some attention tomorrow. But I'm going to call it a day. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to go put the machine away, put the tractor away, and I'm happy. I'm feeling it now. I was getting pretty frustrated, pretty apprehensive, but I'm feeling that this may be within my reach, this part of the project. So, and man, oh days, if that grass here looks as good as that and it blends, it's going to be really nice. And then we'll have room and time to do the foo-foo stuff. the bistro, the wall, the hedges, whatever, just actual landscape decorating, you know, personalizing the property. I just wanted to get this done here. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.